into nursing at a very early age simply because I had aging and elderly grandparents that were in and out of the hospital setting, and I really got exposed to that role of the nurse. I saw that it was more than just her daily nursing duties that she provided, but she was also an educator. She was also a huge support system for the patient and the family. And I know that being a nurse, that career grows with you, and it's just been very rewarding.
I was inspired to pursue a career in nursing, ultimately by my mom. She is also a pediatric nurse, and I remember growing up watching her. I would see her at work sometimes, and I would see the joy and compassion on her face. And then I've always just had a love of healthcare and science.
I originally was a soldier in the United States military, and something was just missing at some point, and my family kept kind of coming back to why not nursing? And all the things that I was looking for in the military with seeing something new, moving around, being challenged, being part of a team, I ended up finding that as a nursing assistant.
I've always worked in healthcare my whole life. I started working at a doctor's office when I was 18. I did reception, file clerk. Then I kind of progressed. I started doing inpatient sitting, which was sitting with suicidal patients, confused patients, and I feel like I owe a lot of credit to that because to this day I'm kind of good with them. But I noticed all the small, tiny changes in people was what I really found gratifying. Even if they were bedbound, unable to get up, and then coming in the next day, seeing them up in the chair, that slight progress. Not even medically, but just the small things.
When I was in high school, I really liked talking with people and getting to know people's stories, but I also liked science. So when I was trying to kind of pick a major, I was like, okay, what combines people and science? And that's when I thought of nursing. Plus, my aunt was a nurse, and she always had crazy stories, and I loved her personality. She really emitted this awesome aura and glow and energy, and so I wanted to be like her. So that was another reason why I decided to be a nurse.
My interest in nursing was inspired by my cousin. Growing up, I heard a lot of stories from her, saving lives, helping families. Later on in her career, she becomes a nurse educator and a nurse researcher. So she really opened my eyes. What kind of impact you can make as a nurse.
Ever since I was a little girl, I always knew I wanted to be a nurse. I think my mother was my biggest inspiration, because I watched her take care of elderly grandparents. My father had a lot of medical issues, and it just came natural to her. And she would take me to all their homes and places, and I pretty much learned from her that I knew I wanted to be a nurse.
I just love people. I love hearing people's stories. I feel like you can learn so much, especially from our older generations. Being World War II on D-Day, to speak to somebody like that, they can teach me so much as I'm helping them. It's just using, and as I developed as a nurse, using my knowledge and advocate for my patients and get the best outcomes for my patients.